Today, I will show you an interesting way to propagate a lemon tree. In this video, I will show you how to propagate a lemon tree directly from its branches. I will apply two slightly different methods and compare the roots after 1 month. Watch until the end to discover which method produces the stronger root system. First, select 2 healthy branches from a mature lemon tree. Try to choose branches that are strong, straight, and almost equal in thickness. Avoid very young, weak, damaged, or diseased branches because healthy branches usually produce better roots. We will begin with the first branch. Choose a suitable position on the branch and mark a narrow section around it. Make one circular cut through the bark. Then make another circular cut a short distance below the first one. Connect these 2 cuts and carefully remove the strip of bark between them. After removing the outer bark, you will notice a soft and slippery green layer on the exposed wood. This is the cambium layer. Scrape this layer gently but completely. Removing it is important because it prevents the wound from healing by simply joining the bark again. It also encourages the branch to form new roots around the prepared area. Now, let's prepare the second branch using a slightly different technique. First, take a clean pair of professional pliers and place them carefully around the selected part of the branch. Begin applying very gentle pressure, working slowly and gradually. Do not squeeze the branch too hard or attempt to bend it immediately because sudden pressure may crack the bark, crush the inner tissue, or break the branch completely. Instead, press and release the pliers several times until the branch slowly becomes softer and more flexible. Once the branch can bend without breaking, carefully move it downward to create an angle of approximately 45 degrees. Support the branch with your other hand throughout the process so that the pressure remains controlled. When the branch reaches the correct position, take a zip tie and wrap it around the branch to hold it securely at that angle. Tighten the zip tie gradually, making sure it is firm enough to maintain the position but not so tight that it cuts into the bark or restricts growth. Now take a clean, transparent plastic cup. Using a knife, carefully draw a cross mark on the bottom of the cup. The cross mark should be large enough for the branch to pass through, but it should not be unnecessarily wide. Place the first cup over the cut stump. Position it so that the prepared area remains inside the cup. Next, take another plastic cup and make a hole in the bottom. Make sure the hole is almost the same size as the branch so it fits properly. Now, cut down one side of the cup, allowing it to open easily. Carefully place the cup around the second branch and ensure the ringed section remains completely inside the cup. Gently close and secure the cut side. Finally, adjust both cups carefully so they remain upright, stable, and firmly attached to the branches throughout the rooting process. Next, prepare a moist, soft, and loose growing medium. I am taking cocoa peat as a growing medium. It should be damp enough to retain moisture, but not overly wet or muddy. Begin adding the medium gradually to the first cup using a small amount at a time. Carefully spread it around the branch and gently press it against the prepared ringed section. This close contact will help the branch absorb moisture and encourage new roots to develop. Make sure there are no large empty spaces inside the cup, but avoid pressing the medium too firmly as the new roots will also need air. Continue adding and adjusting the growing medium until the cup is completely full. Finally, check that the cup remains upright, firmly attached, and stable around the branch. Now, fill the second cup by following the same process. Add the moist and loose growing medium gradually, placing only a small amount at a time. Gently spread and press it around the branch, making sure the prepared section remains completely covered and in close contact with the medium. Carefully remove any large air spaces inside the cup, as these gaps may cause the branch to dry out. However, do not compress the medium too firmly. Keeping it soft, loose, and moist allows enough air to circulate and provides sufficient space for the new roots to develop freely. Continue adding the growing medium until the second cup is completely full. Finally, check that the cup is upright, secure, and stable. Now, slowly pour water into the first cup, allowing it enough time to soak deeply into the growing medium. Avoid pouring too quickly, as this may wash the soil out of the cup. Once the first cup is evenly moistened, repeat the same process with the second cup. Add the water slowly and carefully until all the growing medium becomes moist. To protect the developing roots, completely cover each transparent cup with a piece of black plastic. Young roots normally develop better in darkness, and the plastic also helps reduce moisture loss from the growing medium. Begin by wrapping the first cup carefully, ensuring that no part of the growing medium remains exposed to direct sunlight. Secure the plastic tightly around both the top and bottom of the cup so that it cannot become loose or fall from the branch. Repeat the same process with the second cup, making sure it is also fully covered and securely wrapped. Finally, check that both propagation packages remain upright, stable, and firmly attached to the branches. Now, leave both sections undisturbed for approximately 1 month to allow new roots to develop. During this period, check the moisture level occasionally and never allow the growing medium to become completely dry. However, avoid adding too much water, because constantly waterlogged soil can reduce airflow, cause rotting, and damage the young developing roots. After approximately 1 month, it is finally time to check the results of the propagation process. Begin by carefully cutting and removing the black plastic from around the first cup. Work slowly to avoid damaging the branch or disturbing the delicate roots growing inside. Then, remove the plastic from the second cup in the same careful way. Because the cups are transparent, we can clearly see many healthy white roots spreading along the sides and throughout the growing medium. This strong root development shows that both propagation attempts have been successful. Now, carefully open the cut side of each cup and slowly remove it from around the rooted branch. Handle each section very gently, because these newly developed roots are still young, soft, and easily damaged. The second branch has successfully developed roots, and several healthy roots can be seen around its soil ball. This means the method worked and the branch is ready to become an independent plant. However, the first branch has produced a significantly larger and denser root system. Many long, light-colored roots have grown in every direction and completely surrounded the growing medium. Gently remove some of the loose soil to reveal the root structure. Once the new roots are healthy and well developed, it is time to separate the rooted branches from the mother plant. Avoid cutting too close to the root ball, as this may damage the young roots. After removing the first rooted branch, place it carefully in a safe location and repeat the same process with the second branch. Be very careful, because newly formed roots are soft and can break easily. Both branches were successful, but the first branch shows stronger root development. This comparison demonstrates why removing the bark and cambium layer thoroughly is important. A clean and properly prepared area provides more suitable tissue from which new roots can form. Prepare 2 pots with loose, fertile, and well-draining soil. Make a planting hole in the center of the first pot. Position the first rooted lemon plant upright, spread the roots carefully, and fill the empty spaces with soil. Press the soil gently around the base so that the plant remains stable. Repeat the same process with the second plant. Place its root system inside the second pot, keep the stem upright, and add soil around the roots. Press lightly to remove large air pockets without damaging the delicate new roots. Finally, water both plants thoroughly. This settles the soil around the roots and reduces transplant stress. Keep the newly planted lemon trees in a bright but shaded location for the first few days. Avoid strong direct sunlight until the plants become established. With proper care, these young lemon plants will grow stronger and eventually produce plenty of fresh, healthy lemons just like this beautiful tree.